The best thing on her. I don't know why you put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This from my city, yeah, this from my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough of the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Guys, it's Monday, guys. And I apologize. I wasn't here for you last Monday. Unfortunately, trying to keep my city dry. I was in a pump station doing God's work, trying to keep my city dry, right? I'm trying to keep it from going underwater. You know, so I was part of the essential workers. Really, I was just getting that money. I don't care what y'all say. I got to get this money because let me tell you this. Unfortunately, I'm not at that level on YouTube just yet where I can let my job go and I can depend on YouTube and my subscribers to support me and my collectibles and my albums and this beautiful home, my beautiful wife, and my kids. So I got to keep clocking in. I got to keep making this profit. I got to keep pointing to my pension. Damn it, I'm not done just yet. Now, I hit that 20-year mark in my job. I'm gonna leave it alone because some of my coworkers may be saying something. I may be watching, say, well, he's gonna quit when he hit year 20. That's not the case. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna be thinking about it. Retirement. I can't wait. That being said, let me bring up another old ninja who's my co-host tonight. Yeah, I'm not close to retirement, but I know he's an old ninja like me. Old ninja, welcome to the show.
What's going on, man? I ain't that close. I got some ways to go, brother. I got some ways
I try to put some. I try to put some birthdays on you, didn't I?
Yes, you did, but it's okay.
I think you got the show on YouTube. I think it's giving us a playback.
Oh, okay. Let me turn it down a little bit. How about that?
So, yeah, okay, sounds good. But man, hey man, good to have you again, brother. I know we had you last week. We didn't get to do a week before last. Let me say that. Week before last. I think it's still echoing. You might have to mute it.
Oh,
you got playing on YouTube.
I'm on. I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, because it seemed like a feedback.
Okay. I'm gonna take you off. Hold on, I got a speaker. That's why I'm gonna take you off the speaker. That might help.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. How about now?
Okay.
Much better?
Yeah. I don't hear it. We good. We good. We in the good. We in the good.
Okay.
But last week we didn't get to do one show on sports. It really wasn't nothing really popping off. Really, you know what I'm saying? It was just
not really. Not really.
About the same what's going on this week. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it honest.
Yeah.
We got a few people in the building. Shout out to my brother Mandre. Every once in a while he'll show up over here. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if we beef because every once in a while he'll show up. You know what I'm saying? He'll say some wild stuff because he's a wild dude. But it is what it is. Brother Ricky, man. Shout out to Brother Ricky. And man, let me say this. Brother Ricky, hook a brother up, man. So if y'all didn't get to see the opportunity to see the basement members, if you ain't a basement member, shame on you. But if you are, you got to present the album that my brother Ricky blessed me with. Now, I'm not going to say what the album is because you basement members don't tell nobody. Keep that to yourself because that was just for you guys who decide to pay. But for you non-paying Negroes who didn't know, when I present it and make an album of the week, I will let you know what album Ricky blessed me with. I'm not going to say. But brother Ricky, thank you again. I appreciate it. Hey, how was your weekend, brother? How was it?
It was good, man. Had the young man with me this weekend, and he put me on some game with the Xbox. You know, he's been trying to drag me back into the video gaming world. You know what I don't get, man? I think I got the only kid on earth that like NBA Live more than 2K, man. Like, I just sitting there like, you like the only one. You got to be the only one I know still playing NBA Live, man. But that's him. And I might have blew up a spot on an accident, man. I walked into the room. A young man was conversing with a young lady, and I let it slip. I said, "Oh, is that woo woo?" And he said, "Hey, man," he said, "I might have dry snitched on my son. I think he had a new one in the pipeline, and I ran my mouth, man. I might owe him some mics for that one, bro."
Yeah, you might have to. I don't know why you didn't learn less when it happened to you. I don't know why you doing him like that. Why you repeating the bad cycle that our parents did to us?
Oh man, look!
Don't try to guess no name. Just say, is that young lady? I just said, don't you say a name? Just say, is that young lady?
Well, I think the thing is, man, is the one he was involved with messing with the last year or so is a really good young lady. You know, got a good head on her shoulders. Ain't out here on the sexy red playing, you know what I'm saying? So making good choices with the young ladies. So I'm trying to keep her in the rotation, you know what I'm saying, before he start wandering out here with these scallywags, man.
I understand that. I know what that means. I definitely know what that means. But my ex-wife did the same thing, trying to be friends with all. Come on, stop trying to be friends with these. Because let me tell you, 1 month they together, next month they no longer. It's a new one.
Nah, definitely.
So I don't try to converse. When they come over to the house. All right, I meet them then. But if they don't come over, then that means they not gonna be around long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I don't try to get to know these little girls. You know, nothing against them, but I just
right.
What's your name? Okay. I don't even need to memorize it because I know you may not last long. You may be out of here by this time next month. So I'm just gonna say, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. He'll let me know when he's serious about one.
Yes.
You know, when he had a high school event come up, a dance, a prom, and she's still around, yeah, I know he's somewhat serious about her. But if she don't make it, yeah, she was just he was a groupie and she didn't last long. I leave it there. Speaking of my son, my weekend consists of going to a record show and going to his basketball game in Columbus, Indiana.
Oof.
So that was my weekend.
Okay. Of
course, when I came home, I watched a little bit of college basketball. Unfortunately, my second team didn't win, which is Kentucky Wildcats. They did not win. They lost to Alabama. So, but that's a different story. But you know, my sons and my first team, and they lost too.
Oh man.
So it's funny. He came over. We was trying to fill out this FAFSA work. So guys, let me say this now. If you got a kid in college, I don't care if they're on scholarship, if they whatever it is, make sure every year you fill out that FAFSA paperwork so they can get all the opportunities of extra grant money, scholarship money, or any monies that is afforded to them. Take the time to fill out the paperwork. So he came home. We was gonna fill out the paperwork. He came home. Forgot his password, and I told his ass, put that goddamn thing in your phone. I'm trying to memorize it.
I don't even try. I don't even try no more, brother. I got it in my phone, man. I just write it in notes, man. If I get hacked, I suppose I get hacked or whatever. But damn, I ain't gonna remember none of that, man.
That's crazy. So he didn't do it like normal. He didn't listen. And he learned the hard way. So then he tried to reset it over to the house. They said it's supposed to be ready by 11. So we sit here talking about the game now. We talking about the game. And he said, Daddy, do you think it's wrong? I said, look, I know why you keep blaming yourself. I understand because you're the leader. You're the point guard. That's what you do. But at the end of the day, there's certain things you shouldn't blame yourself on. And if they're good teammates, they can read between the lines. And whoever made the mistake, they know they did it. You ain't got to say no more. They know.
Yep.
You know, unless they show they don't show accountability, don't bring it to them. If they not showing accountability, then you say, hey, dude, you know, I took the blame on the front street, but then we all know you should have made that shot and you should have dropped the ball. You should have did this. You should have did that. Yeah. So it was one of these situations. I probably, I probably should have downloaded. I didn't. I didn't think about it. So they was up by 16, 8 minutes left in the game. They up by 16. Me and another parent, excuse me. Give me a second.
Yep.
We talking about it. Man, we get them up by 20. This team gonna fold. It's only the third year in existence. The third year this school had a basketball program. I ain't gonna say any sport because they had other sports before, but this is the third year now with their basketball program between girls and the boys. So they knew, right? They knew they not established too much. They knew, and you know with their newness, you getting high school guys and young kids that just coming in. So they was up by 16, and all of a sudden they started to get lazy, lackadaisical, shooting threes instead of going to the basket. So, dude, y'all in a double bonus, man. 6 minutes left in the game. Why are we shooting threes? Don't even waste our goddamn time. You're in a double bonus. 6 minutes left. I'm going to the basket, and the only way we're gonna shoot a three is if the shot clock says 1 on it, and I gotta fire it up. Well, that ain't what we did. We decided to continue to do that. Continue to get what got us there. They won't continue shooting threes. They didn't make no adjustments. Coach said, why y'all shooting threes? Shoot another three, I'll take you out. Guess what? He was taking cats in and out because they kept shooting threes. Come on, guys. What we doing here? So, long story short, they cut it down to 4. They inbound the ball. I don't know what my son was thinking about. He was being lazy and didn't think they was going to pressure him. They down by 4 with less than a minute to go. What do you think they got it? They ain't had no to do but to pressure. If they can't get the steal, they got to foul. Well, he being lackadaisical. They threw the ball and dude came back around and stole it from him and hit the shot. Now they cut it down to 2. So now we up by 2. We come down, take a mid-range shot. We miss. The dude take the rebound, come all the way down. He needed the 2 to tie. He said, screw a tie. I'm going for the dub. Oh. He came down and fired up the damn and hit it. I said, God, damn. So now we got 7 seconds left. We got the ball. My son get the ball, and he pushes it forward. Because his coach said in that time, y'all just got to go. You got to go. Well, that's what he did. So he pushed it forward, gave it to a guy. Really, he walked on the play. They didn't call it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't call it, so he had a chance to take a shot. He shot, he missed, got the rebound because there was only two people down there, him and another guy. That was it. Got the rebound, trying to put it up, then the time ran out.
Damn.
But he didn't really try to put it. I said, dude, he tried to pass. He would look, because by then one of the other teammates got down in the corner. He was going to pass for a three. Dude, it wasn't enough time for that. You had 7 seconds. It took 3 seconds to get the ball to you. And you had one chance. You was out probably about a foot in front of the three-point line. You took one more dribble, pulled up. That was it. You even got the right rebound. Could have tipped it in. You probably couldn't pull it down and then put it. You couldn't have that time for all that. But he at least had time to maybe tip it in. No, he was looking for the pass. I said, God. And my son said, you know, he hit it on his chest. That's what he did when he said, my fault. I knew why you said it. And look, I understand what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to put you at the free throw line. I think in that game he was 70%. Normally he's 90%, but he missed 2 technical foul free throws. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, wow.
Well, that's part of him blaming himself. We said that I missed them free throws. I said, yeah, I know. I said, look, I said, after that tech, you didn't miss another free throw. You hit your next 6 free throws. So I'm not worried about that. That tech was a long time ago. That tech didn't make that much of a difference.
Yep.
Not that part of the game it didn't. So we had plenty of time. You hit the next free throws because he did what he showed to do. I was yelling, go to the basket. Don't settle for 3. Go to the basket. I said, keep the ball in your hands. Go to the basket. Yeah. Whether they want to listen to coach, I can't tell them what to do. They're not my sons. I said, you my son. You know what to do. Looked up the clock. He shook his head. He already knew. I ain't got to say no more. He going to the basket. But he said, man, Daddy, should I gave that ball up? I said, Hank, no, you shouldn't. I said, I prefer you not to. Now, I don't know. What did your coach call? He said nothing. He said, we just got to go to the basket. Okay. Well, y'all wasn't down by 3, so they didn't want to foul you out there, you know what I'm saying? So the worst you could do is tie. So that's why they just let you pretty much go. You probably could have went all the way to the rim. But sure got to the free throw.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Y'all was in a double bonus. If they fouled you, you would have been going 2 shots and you would have tied the game at the line. Yeah, you probably should have. But I understand you pushed it forward to get it across the line. I understand that. But you pass it to a guy who I've seen take that type of shot all game. I haven't seen him take a shot like that all season. Matter of fact, he probably hasn't. He probably ain't took it in high school or middle school. You could tell his asshole was tight the way he walked. He traveled, and they didn't call it. They let it slide. Me and the other person, yeah, he walked. Before he even took the shot, yeah, he walked. They didn't call it, but he walked. It is what it is, but they end up losing.
Now, my question is, as they slowly started to unravel over these 5, 6, 7 minutes, how many timeouts did the coach call? As he's seeing it come apart, right? Reason I ask is something came up this weekend. I know a guy who runs AAU tournaments up here, mostly for the younger guys in, 8th grade and below or whatever, right? And he made a rule change this week. He said it's an all-man tournament, no zone. And I said, wait a minute. On the surface, I understand what you're trying to do. But from thinking as a coach, as a former coach, I'm sitting there like, you telling me you ain't got one team and one coach inside your tournament here don't know how to run plays to beat a zone? You ain't got one team? And I just been reflecting on kind of like where we at as far as like coaching, player development and coaching in the game right now. Because I'm sitting there listening to you tell the story, and my thing is, you're up 16 with 8 to go. You start to see it come apart. I'm like, coach, get yourself a couple of good timeouts. You let these kids breathe, reiterate what's important, take care of the ball, make quality passes, take quality shots. The clock is on our side. There's no need to rush. And I've been seeing it a lot lately, even at the college level, where, and hell, even at the NBA level, where I just feel like a lot of coaches have just said F it, and they're just kind of letting kids play and letting guys play, man. And it's to the point right now where I say, have we gotten to the point in basketball where coaches are afraid to coach? Are we afraid to offend our top players? Because, are we afraid to put our foot down and say, hey, I called this, I need this, and if you don't comply, you need to sit your ass down? Did you watch the Lakers and the Nuggets, man?
I did not.
So I'm sitting there, I'm watching. It was a great. On one hand, I got to give the Lakers credit. I got to give your boy credit, the coach for the Lakers credit, because he came up with a really good defensive scheme to really bottle up Jokic or whatever, right? But at the same time, you got your boy from the Nuggets, Mike Malone, keep throwing Jokic up there in the pick and roll, keep at the free throw line, keep trying to high post him, and they jumping him every time. And I watched him do this shit for an entire second half. At some point, switch your set, bro. You really want to die on this hill? I want Jokic with the ball at the free throw line. I want him running the pick and roll at the free throw line. I'm like, bro, LeBron is beating his ass right now, bro. Switch it up. And it's just something I've just been noticing a lot with basketball, where coaches want to die on their heels and they're afraid to make adjustments. Or in your son's team's case, you see the things slipping away, man. Call some timeouts, change up some sets, reiterate what is important right now. It seems like coaching is just something that is. You're more of a business head more than you are a tactician anymore. I just don't see quality tactical coaching anymore, man.
Yeah, well, let me see. When we was up by 16, we probably called at least 3 timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
So we was that last one we took when he told me 7 seconds left. That was our last one.
Yeah.
So we took ours for that. We had for the half. And it was, I don't know. Some of these guys' basketball IQ was real questionable.
Oh yeah, that was just gonna say that. Yeah, because I'm sitting here hearing you tell the story. I'm sitting here.
Yeah, I don't want to say nothing to my son. I don't want to say nothing to my son because you saying that now you're going to try to almost like pin him against his teammates.
Yeah,
and that's definitely not what I want to do. Because he's going to have practice. He got to play. He got to deal with it. But on the outside looking in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm sitting here hearing you tell the story and listening to it unfold. And I'm sitting here thinking about if I was the coach, because I've been in this situation before, right? And I almost found myself squaring up with a kid. But it's just, I'm just sitting in my mind and I'm sitting there thinking about sitting in the huddle and we lose in the game and pissing it away because we taking bad 3-point shots. And I'm sitting there, I've said this the first time, that second timeout, I'm just looking very casually like, first motherfucker shoot a 3-pointer is going to be sitting next to me. That's literally all what I would say. First motherfucker shoot a 3-pointer, you're sitting next to me. Try me. Like, move the ball. Take some time off the clock. Get quality shots. But I like I said, I wasn't there. I didn't hear what the coach was saying, but that would have been my mindset. Because I see that, you see that all the time at the high school level, the elementary school level, where like you just sitting there watching melt away, and you like, bro, like, what are y'all doing? Why are you taking 35-foot 3-pointers, man? But like I said, the more I watch it, the more it frustrates me because it just seems like tactical coaching and authoritarian coaching is just not. It's a lost art, man. It's an absolute lost art.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of coaching, I want a clip I definitely want to show. But before we get there, I want to talk about this first, man. Since we're in talking amongst the college realm, Fresno State had to remove and suspend 2 of their men's basketball players for scoring and removing a third one in the midst of a gambling investigation. I don't know if you heard about that, or not.
I did. Yes, I did.
Unfortunately, these are the situations when you deal with legalized gambling of sports, and especially the college sports. These are the things that college coach fears. These are the things that ADs fear. These are things institutions fear. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this. You remember back in the days when we had the what's the name? The old referee, Timothy something.
Tim Donahue, I think his name was. It's Tim something. Yeah. He
was involved in that, and I remember watching the 30 for 30. I'm like, damn, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We all remember Pete Rose, right? Kept him out of the Hall of Fame because of his gambling.
Yep.
Paul Hornung, who is from the great city of Louisville, went played at Fly J and also played at Notre Dame and was a Packer, a former Green Bay Packer. Fuck Green Bay, but that's a different conversation.
Always.
So we know about these situations, and that's just a few guys. There was a lot more guys than that. Terry Rozier right now in the NBA is having to deal with being suspended and investigated. Michael Porter Jr.'s brother is another who's no longer in the NBA
lifetime
because of this. You know what I'm saying? It's rough, man. Yeah. It's rough, and unfortunately, these kids, these young men, I don't even call them kids. These young men have threw away their life as far as sports concerned because of this. Even if they're not found guilty, guess what? People are going to think in the back of their mind, well, this is a possibility. He may do it, or he did do it. He just may got away because they didn't have enough evidence, or whatever the case may be. It might be one of them OJ situation. Let me stop there. Let me stop. Let me stop. The reason I said OJ, but I watched that Netflix, guys. If y'all had the opportunities, check out Netflix American History, I believe it's called, and at OJ, another OJ documentary. It's about 30 of them out there. But look, this one went in a little bit more detail now. I mean, a little more than out because I haven't never heard Chris Darden interview. I had never heard Mark Furman interview.
Yeah,
since the trial, since the situation. And both of these guys was on this documentary. I was surprised. A couple of officers who's part of the investigation did a documentary, was part of the documentary. OJ's agent at the time was part of the documentary. So it was crazy. Of course, that not Johnny Cochran, but that other black guy that was on the part of the bug-eyed dude with the voice smell like he been smoking Newport for 35 years.
Yes, sir.
He's part of the interview. So some guys that I have never heard or seen doing an interview before and never seen them in no other documentary for some reason was on this one.
Yep.
Guys, check it out. It's definitely worth checking out. I mean, they went to the point with showing pictures, and I mean, they showed the bloody scene. They didn't try to hide it, cover it up, blur it out. It was there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you got to see it, man. It's definitely a must see. It's on Netflix, so if you guys had the opportunity, definitely check it out. No, but with these young men, man, I hate to see that. And the young man, Malik Robinson is the third player who they pretty much removed. Jalen Weaver and Zion Collins were the other two guys that's pretty much being investigated. Play for Fresno State, and so now these guys are in trouble, right? Speaking of Fresno State, it makes me think about Tarkanian. He used to coach there, but also, man, he was at UNLV. They kind of had a little scandal too with some gambling and all of that. And pretty much that's probably how he got pretty much removed from UNLV. Being a coach there was, I think it was really the last straw for them. But, you know, him and his ties with the mob and all that good stuff. But that's a different story. But just thinking about that, man, it's crazy. So it's crazy that these young men and pretty much threw their life away. Or I'm going to say their life, but their sports career because of these decisions. But go ahead, bro.
So as some people may know, some people may not, I work in education. And I spent a lot of time in high schools. I would say if you have a young man who is anywhere from probably middle school through high school, you need to have a conversation about three things. You need to have a conversation about drugs. You need to have a conversation about women. And right now, you need to have a conversation about gambling. These young boys are gambling, man. They are putting together parlays in third period, bro. I'll be sitting in there, you know, working with individual kids. I work with the special needs kids, and I can hear them talking about mad as hell because who didn't hit their parlay, who they running tonight. And these are 14, 15, 16-year-old young men. Some of them are varsity athletes. So I'm sitting there listening to it. I'm like, damn, do your mama know you got a FanDuel account? You know, who gave you a FanDuel account? You know, so it's definitely happening, and you got to have that conversation before somebody mess their life up. You know, or some, and fuck around, find one of your credit cards, and you'll be in debt. You don't even know why. You know, so this is a conversation. It's one of those things we can't run away from because it's not going anywhere. It's propping up every damn sports league right now. And nobody's going to sit here and create no interventions. Nobody's having conversations, you know, from whether it be the sports leagues or the gambling companies themselves about how it's affecting young people. So you better have that conversation, especially if you know if your family has that streak. And we all know what streak we talking about, that little bug. Some people have that bug. It's biological, where they cannot help themselves. If you know that runs in your family, you better have that conversation because, man, oh, man, they are gambling. They are gambling, and there's really no negativity towards it in the sense that, you know, if you see a kid on the street smoking a joint or drinking alcohol, you want to put your arm around and say, hey, man, that might not be the way to go. We're not having that same vibe with this gambling stuff or whatever, man. So y'all better have these conversations with your young people about it before they literally fuck their life up.
And so, you know, we just seen Sohan, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Los Angeles Dodger baseball player, his translator, you know, had access to his money. Over $1 million worth of gambling debts. That's crazy. Now, I don't know if that's all the way true, and if he didn't have nothing to do with that, I don't know. But he definitely, as Chris Carter would say, he's the fall guy. You had to get you a fall guy in your group. And so this translator,
he might have got the Jordan package, man. You remember Mike had to go play baseball for a little while. He might have got the Jordan package, man. Just saying. Yes,
sir. So, you know, you have those situations, man. And like you said, that was definitely a good word of wisdom that you definitely have to do with these young fellas out here. Young ladies too, because we ain't gonna exclude like these little girls can't go out there
definitely.
and get a pick three going. You know what I'm saying? He can't act like they can't go out there and get a pick three going. We can't do that. You know, anybody can. As long as they have the access and the means. So, yes, definitely a thing to do, man. But another thing as far as college, man, I seen this from a former coach of the Kentucky Wildcats, Rick Pitino, man, and a statement he's made, and it's people think it's controversial, but he's right. I mean, it's probably been going on ever since the portal has been wide open. But this is true, not even just in basketball. In all sports. Well, let me play this clip, man.
the high school players are less valuable, mainly because of the transfer portal. If I'm a college coach and I have an opportunity to recruit or get a player on my team that has college experience, whatever level that is, they have college experience. They know the schedule, they know how rigorous the schedule is. They know how to balance, hopefully, their academics and athletics. If I have an opportunity to grab a player like that with that experience already versus a high school kid that's just coming in, unfortunately, and I think we can all look at that and say, as a person whose job is on the line based on winning and losing, I want somebody with experience.
With the success that you guys are having now, looking towards next year, the impact that the team is having on New York basketball and just high school recruiting in general.
Well, we're not recruiting any high school basketball players. Not this year. We've already recruited Ruben, Lefty. Come on, we're building from that. This year, we're not even looking at a high school basketball player because we're losing Davon, Kadari, and Aaron. You can't replace them with high school kids. So this year we're not even looking at a high school basketball player. We're losing Aaron Scott, Kadari Richmond, and Davon Smith. So we're looking for 3 transfer guys.
Wait, so you're not even looking at any college or high school?
No,
kids?
not this year.
So if a 5-star high school kid calls you up and is like, hey, no, you're not looking for, but I want to come to St. John.
I probably wouldn't take him because I don't think you can win and win big with high school kids.
So, for those who don't know, that's Rick Pitino. He's the current coach at St. John's, was former coach at Providence, former coach at the Knicks, with the Boston Celtics, with the Kentucky Wildcats, as well as the Louisville Cardinals. And he did coach for Iona for a couple years. Not long, but a couple years before he went to St. John. What he said right there, man, was deep.
Yeah.
I remember after my son's freshman year in high school, his high school coach said, hey, guys, y'all got to be exceptional because these college coaches are not taking high schoolers no more. Once they open that portal up where you don't have to sit out anytime, you could transfer. You be there for 1 year, don't like the way they practice you, you go to a new school without no penalties or nothing. That opened it up. Now it's like a free agency. I'll go this smaller school for 2 years to get that experience, to get my grades right, get my eligibility right, to get my game right, and then now I'm going to transfer a bigger school. I got 2 years, maybe 3 years left.
They just changed the rule now. They changed the rule where they get 4 years of the non-JUCO years now. So you play sports for damn near 7 years if you want to now.
So it's a whole new level. So now you high schoolers, why would I take you?
Yep.
Because I don't know how you're gonna respond once you get on campus. Is the lights gonna be too big? Well, guess what? These transfer, I know the lights ain't big because they already been established 1 or 2 years. They already got their feet wet. They already know how to schedule and time manage. Yeah. They already know the importance of getting your studies and making sure you get enough rest, making sure you're eating right, you sleeping right. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you balance home life as well as sports life. They understand they need to talk to their teacher, professor, and let them know when we're about to go on the road and when we're going to be at home. If we're going to be late for a class and what to do and worry about being on time for online classes. They already know, hey, don't schedule no classes 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Make sure your class is 10 o'clock or later. They know that already. Why? Because they've been in it. You freshmen mess around, let them schedule a 8:45 class, knowing the night before you had a long one. Knowing you just went to a red cup party. Hey, we ain't got to talk about it. They know what I'm talking about. They know what I mean when I say it.
Yes, indeed.
And then you got to be at class on Monday.
Yep.
Yeah, that don't look good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But these guys who's already been in a fire, they already know what it is. So guess who you think coach gonna get that guy? He gonna get him. He's not gonna be swayed by the lights and all the glamour and the girls coming to him because he's already dealt with that. He's been over there. He done got a year or two under his belt. Now he's a professional.
Yep.
You knew guys, a pretty little girl come your way. Hey. Now you melting, well, falling apart. You love struck. You staying the night over way too much and coming late to classes. Damn, they're missing practice. Coach ain't want to deal with that when I ain't got to. Let me get this old head over here.
Yep.
He's just a sophomore, but he's considered an old head. And he know what to do. He knows the expectations. And we'll roll. So these kids you gotta be tough.
You gotta get the return on investment now with the NIL.
Yeah.
It was different 5-10 years ago where it was just scholarship money at that point. You just roll the dice on the kid and say, hey, I get a 17-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying? A full ride. He don't work out, put his ass out the program, give the next 18-year-old a full ride. Now they got to write you a check. Now they got to write you an NIL check, and they want that return on investment, and they got to make sure you are worth the money. I just saw it play out at my old high school, man. Quarterback took them close to almost 2 games before the state championship. Kid is second team All-State, first team All-City, putting up numbers like you would never believe. Boy, going to JUCO, man. Going to JUCO because I got an undersized quarterback from high school who I don't know if he's going to even be able to functionally play the position in college. Or I could go find somebody who's a redshirt sophomore who I know have slinged the ball under the lights. And more kids are going to have to make peace with this, man. They're going to have to make peace with going to the JUCO level to make sure that they are worthy of being college athletes now. Just think about the swing and miss ratio before we had NIL, man. You go back and look at these recruiting services, man. Look at 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. Half them kids in the top 50, man, probably even touch the field. Half of them get on campus, get locked up, don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Just out here, man. I was a kid that would play ball with my nephew, man. I can see why they don't want freshmen no more because they don't know what the hell they getting once you get outside your mama's house. Kid that wound up, he was a linebacker. And you can look this one up because it's probably one of the funniest damn stories I ever heard in my life about a freshman football player. He got a full ride to go down to Florida. First month on campus, they down there partying, getting drunk. And this dumb motherfucker decides he wants to get into a barking contest with a damn police dog. A damn police dog. You and a damn police dog barking at each other, and they lock his ass up. And now he's suspended, and he can't play. And, that's the shit they trying to avoid. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to spend all this time going out, recruiting you, training you, putting you down. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you got the maturity of a damn 9-year-old. We don't know that until you get on campus. That's what they trying to figure out, man. That's what they trying to figure out. They don't want to blow these damn roster spots in this NIL on some damn 17-year-old kid who don't know up from down. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them because my damn job is on the line. My job is on the line, So I think like I said, the high school coaches, the parents are going to have very serious discussions with their young athletes about what is expected of them. And quite frankly, like you said, if you are not a 4-star or 5-star, you better make peace with that JUCO route because quite frankly, that's really all that's going to be left. Maybe Division III, Matter of fact, I think division, if you are not a mid-major or you're not going to play Power 5, I would prioritize JUCO. I would prioritize, and if you're a good athlete, I would prioritize putting yourself to be in the best academic situation than letting the sports play out on its own. I see it all the time up here in the suburbs of Chicago, where these kids could be going to, like, say, your MAC schools, like your Western Michigan or your Northern Illinois or your Illinois State. They bypass that to go play in the Ivy League. What is your better outcome down there in 4 years? If you're down there, an average player at Illinois State, or you're about to walk out with a degree from Yale? Now, if you are a very good academic student, that's what I would prioritize. Prioritize where you are going to be the most effective academically, and if you are able to play at a high level, then when you get to junior, senior year, maybe you make that move. But if not, prioritize your post-athletic life. That's what I would tell kids.
Yeah, I mean, let me say this. On any level, if you get a scholarship on any level, doesn't matter. You better be.
You better
I
take it.
remember back in the days. What's going on, GMT? Where guys would look down on Division 1, 2A. So that's where I went at. Murray State. Shout out to the Racers. They looked down on it. And when I came through, Kentucky, they said, well, Hank will take you, but you got to walk on. Walk on. Y'all 1 in 10. What look like walk on to a 1 in 10 school? U of L, same way. I think they won 2 games that year. 2 and 10, 2 and 9. I said, man, I'm not walking. My mama can't afford to pay for school for 1 year. I said, I can't do it, coach. I can't afford to. Well, you can get these students. Man, you sound crazy. So then I said, oh, okay. Opportunity came where our wide receivers was being looked at by Murray State. And I so happened to shine that game. So now he wanted me to send tape. Now back in the day, hey, this is when you had to actually get the VHS tape to him because you couldn't go online and look.
Put it in the big envelope. Send it on down.
Yeah. I didn't have the options of DVDs then. We had the VHS tapes, and hopefully it go in one piece and make it.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Wasn't no emails. He was sending hard copy letters. So, got that opportunity. It was a couple. Indiana State was a couple. One Morehead State, where they was only giving partial scholarships. And that wasn't gonna work for me. Murray, I had an opportunity to last minute EKU, which is Eastern Kentucky, came in at the last minute. Illinois State was another one. But I said, look, I want to go somewhere where it's not a lot of people that I know going. I think it was probably only 2 of us going to that school. Well, no, 3 of us, but only 2 of us play football was going down to that school. And that's why I decided to go, because I seen the opportunity. And so I said I went where the opportunity presented itself. So that's why I did something I had to go. But back in the days, people looked down upon that, because you was Division 1, 2A. You was D1. It was always a thing. You make it D1. But now, if somebody sit there and tell you that, say, oh man, you going to a big a major college, because that's what is considered now a major college. Because the frame is different. Because they're not giving out these scholarships to these high school kids.
Nope.
I wouldn't have got that opportunity. I wouldn't. I probably would have been in somewhere like Kentucky State, which is a Division 3, a Division 2. If I was coming out through this time right now, that's what I probably would have ended up doing, because they not going for the high schools. I mean, only levels going for the high schools is the NAIA, the Division 2s, and the Division 3s.
Yep.
They still take the high schools. And even those are far and in between. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They still getting them transfers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They just transfer within the NA level. My son had a couple guys from other NAIA schools transfer his school. Mm-hmm. They just move around in the same type of level. It is what it is. Now I also seen some NAIAs move up to D2, and play on the D2 level and be successful. But it is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just not giving high school scholarships like that no more. Them days of believing in a high school guy, few and far between.
Yeah,
they just not doing it. Why? Because that portal is rich. They got way more kids at portal than they got scholarships out there to give.
Yeah,
and so there's gonna be like, I've seen somebody on said like right now in baseball, They said he had 19,000 kids in the portal. Ain't no 19,000 people looking for to give kids scholarships. So some of them kids are going to be asked out.
Oh yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
have to either beg back into the current school they had, or they just have to just. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do.
It's a blessing and a curse, my brother. It's a blessing and a curse because we know what was happening prior to this, where you over-recruit a position. Shit, that happened to me in high school. I wanted to go play at the big-time high school powerhouse here, Mount Carmel High School here in Chicago, and I was told, oh, yeah, we only bringing in 2 quarterbacks, man. I came as president. There was 6 of us in that damn camp, man. And so, back in the day, they can over-recruit a position, have you sitting on a bench, have you tucked away. Can't do that. I don't know if you see, they're not even doing spring games no more because they don't want other teams to see what they got in the cupboard, man. I think it was USC and Nebraska said we're not even doing spring football game no more. Because they don't want guys other teams coming to the game and saying, that third string wide receiver you got there, let me have him real quick, So, yeah, man, it's a blessing and a curse in the sense that I always wanted the kids to be able to profit off their athletic ability and give them the freedom of movement so some asshole coach can't bury him on the bench because he don't run his shit the way he wanted ran, or he don't like the way he walk out the door after practice. That shit used to happen, But now it's a true meritocracy. Now it's an open market. And sometimes, this happens in the dating world. It happens in the business world. Sometimes your ass is worth a lot less than you think you are. And, now, like I said, I think the kids don't understand that it's a business. It's a business at the high school level. And in certain places, it's a business at the damn elementary school level. We have to make our kids who are involved in sports understand that sports is a business. It's not. It stops being a business by the time when we stop, telling everybody that, giving everybody the participation trophy. Once people start getting hired and fired for wins and losses, it's a business. And if you conduct yourself as a commodity, and you conduct yourself as an athlete and a scholar, as some that generates worth, you'll be okay. But you have to understand it is a business.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. But before I want to transition to the NBA and let's talk about, y'all seen the thumbnail. We're going to definitely talk about this NBA games that's been happening and jumping off. Let me show my album as well as Funko and action figure of the week. Let's go.
Bringing us down to boost their fame. They must be joking, thinking we will fall, but they're like flies moving the wall. We stand tall from beginning to end with help from fans and all our friends. Freedom of speech will never die. For us to have, our ancestors died. Don't keep thinking that we will quit. We'll always stand and never sit. We're too live, too black, too strong, doing the right thing and not the wrong. So listen up, y'all, to what we say. We won't be banned in the USA.
Banned in the USA.
As I even just expressed to y'all, that's the album of the week.
Yes, sir.
Luke,
that is a classic. Right?
Banned in the USA. And my action figure Funko Pop of the week is a classic Sergeant Slaughter. I remember back in the days of wrestling.
Yes, indeed.
But he also was a character on G.I. Joe and a G.I. Joe movie. So shout out to the action figure and the album of the week. What my man J-Dub said, 2 Live Crew. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Sergeant Slaughter. Yes, sir. Classics. Classic from back in the day. I remember that man went to court, took it to the Supreme Court for censorship, freedom of speech. He was being violated. And you know what he used? He used Flynn, Larry Flynn from Penthouse Magazine as his spokesperson. He said, hey, y'all did that man wrong. Now y'all trying to do me wrong. Don't censor me. But it didn't work because censorship was in full effect.
Yeah. And
that's when we started seeing them labels on your albums
Oh
When
yeah,
I was
and
18, I couldn't get
want people,
until I
I
was
want
18.
people to know this. I want people to know this. If they naturally, you think back in the 1980s, oh, it had to be them damn Republicans that was out there trying to put that stick on them albums. Nope. That was one and only Tipper Gore, the wife of one Al Gore, out there harassing these damn artists about the music and all that. You remember D. Sider sitting in Congress going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Talk crazy to Tipper Gore, man. Like that was the Democratic Party out here trying to keep musicians down. I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to remember that. Both sides play this game, man.
With that being said, I just had to bring that out, make that out my album of the week, man. That was a classic. I remember that, how all that stuff went down. Two Live Crew was raunchy, man. We can't hide, we can't front that. I mean, just the album covers, let alone the music. The album covers. I remember him having a sensor over the girls' booty cheeks.
Oh yeah.
When they was up in them, and when they was up in them thong bikinis on, like, God damn. I'm out there getting a Woody at the record store. This ain't right.
Exactly.
But that's life. That's part of it, man. But without any further ado, let me make sure I recognize one of my biggest haters, aka Big Ant 11. He comes through with the $10 super chat. He said thought you was a I thought you was a deacon of the church and you listen to Two Live Crew. No wonder why you can't stay together as that people. God damn. Yeah. Boy. Go to hell, Big Ant 11. But I appreciate the super chat. You didn't have to, you chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. But not only that, thank you for your service. He ain't shit, man. He ain't shit. But man, let me say this. Get to the NBA.
Yes, indeed.
Prayers going out to Greg Popovich, man. So for those who don't know, that he had a mild stroke. And he has been off, has been coaching. And as the news came out this past Saturday, he won't be coaching for the rest of the season. So he's pretty much shut down for the rest of the season. So I just want to say a special prayer, man, for Coach Pop and his family, man, and the Spurs organization, man. Great guy, Hall of Fame coach, man. Definitely always put a great product out on the court. Now, I know these past few years hasn't been too well for him. You know what I'm saying? They've been losing and getting the number one all picks past couple of years. But hopefully he can come back and roam the sidelines once again and maybe turn the program back around. We'll see. But with that being said, I just want to definitely make sure I acknowledge it, man.
They got good pieces, man. They just brought Fox in. You know, the thing that's scary as hell is the thing with Wemby, man. Damn blood clot. You know what I'm saying? They done shut him down. Yeah. I don't know if you know, so it's just they've been just getting hit left and right with this bad medical news or whatever. But I think, you know, that they're primed to bring in, you know, I'm hearing the KD rumors that might be somewhere he wants to go, you know, but you never know. KD will play in China if if the deal is right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's like, man, how many hits can they take, man? You know, your coach is down, your generational talent has got a season in them blood clot, man. You know, Fox is like, damn, I could have stayed in Sacramento for this shit.
Now, he probably wouldn't make the playoffs, but he'll be in Sacramento if he was, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my man J-Dub said he might need to hang it up.
He might. Yeah. And you know,
I mean, and it's possible he may do that. You know, it's not guaranteed he's gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not guaranteed he's gonna come back. And he might just, like I said, hang it up. But I would like to see him go out on his own terms. And
and I would miss him too, because it goes back to that conversation we had at the beginning of the show about what I would call good tactical basketball, he is one of a last of a dying breed, man. You know, that guy was coaching the Olympic team, and he had LeBron, Kobe, Carmelo, and them playing team basketball. He had guys coming off the bench where they never come off the bench in their life and accepting it and excelling in those roles, man. Like I said, they don't make dudes like him no more, man. They really don't.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And unfortunately, you know, this happened, you know. And you know, it's not like he's not playing and coaching a game where it's not going to be stressful. You know what I'm saying? 82 games a season. That's just in the regular season, not including the extra 20 something you could play all the way up to the NBA finals.
Yeah. It's a grind. It's an absolute grind.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of wear and tear. And he's been in the league, he's been coaching for a long time.
Yep.
For a long time. So yeah, definitely that, man. Let's talk about these games now. I didn't get to see none of the NBA games on Saturday. So I didn't get to see those, but I did watch the games on Sunday.
Yeah.
And so the games on Sunday that I particularly took interest in was the Knicks and the Celtics, you know, the Mavericks and the Warriors. I didn't really take interest in the Clippers and the Pacers, but since I'm down the street from Indiana, I watched that game just to say I watched it. The other game that I took interest in was that Cavaliers and that Grizzly game.
Yeah, they was getting it in. It was getting it in,
as
brother.
well. Yeah, as well as the Thunder and the Minnesota game. So let's talk about this game first. It's the Knicks and the Celtics game. I don't know, even if you got the opportunity to see the game or not.
I did.
It was close for a while. It was close for a while. But I don't know. When Cat went out, it seemed like that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
He was in and out. I think he banged his knee or something was going on with him. But, you know, Jason Tatum took over. Jaylen Brown was doing his thing, but Jason Tatum took over and did what Jason Tatum had to do. You know, we all know Jason Tatum going to look good in the regular season, but in postseason, kind of shaky. I ain't kind of shaky, but, you know, in the regular season, he going to be that man. He going to be that man. Now, of course, they not the best team in the NBA. That title goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, is the Celtics going to go back to back? I don't know.
You know, you got to look at a couple of different factors. There's always health plays into it. Who will be healthy at the end? It becomes a defensive game the longer you get into the playoffs. And I like their defensive profile. What everybody is like, oh, you know, Luka's in LA, and then they did beat the hell out of the Nuggets on Saturday. I watched that game, and I don't know if they gave the league the blueprint on how to contain Jokic, but they beat the hell out of that man. And the thing that really stuck out to me about that was like everybody got excited about the Lakers or whatever, but the Lakers, you asked me about Celtics, can they repeat? I believe they can because they can do three things. They can put the ball in the basket, they don't turn the ball over, and they protect the rim. The Lakers do not do that. The Knicks don't put the ball in the basket enough for me. And when I was watching that game, the thing that stood out to me is the thing that stood out to me about, you know, it's a Tom Thibodeau team. You cannot have your best player be a small guy. That was the thing with the Derrick Rose Bulls. Your best dude can't be 6'2", man. Your best dude cannot be 6 feet tall. Because once he's clamped, and it's coming from a place of bitterness because I had a damn parlay with Jalen Brunson in it and the son of a bitch couldn't hit 15 points. If you clamp, your best player gets clamped down and he's a 6'1" point guard, and where you go from there? Where do you go? So I don't see the Knicks being a title contender. I do see the Celtics being a title contender because, like I said, put the ball in the basket, keep other people from putting the ball in the basket, protect the rim. And from there on out, to me, I think maybe because they've been so good for so long this year, I don't see how we keep forgetting about the Thunder. They can put the ball in the basket. They stop other teams from putting the ball in the basket. That big doof they got down, it's another one I got to take my L on. I did not think Chet Holmgren was going to be a damn thing in the NBA. I said I saw 7'1", 195 pounds. I said they're gonna break this boy in half before halfway through the season, and he's turned into a more than useful post player. So, watching those games this weekend, I don't think you can draw too many conclusions. Like I said, everyone isn't healthy. Everyone isn't kind of like in their final version. Like you look at the Mavericks, man, they got 3 bigs down. Kyrie gonna do what Kyrie do. He gonna just be Kyrie. But we can't really I can't really give you a verdict on Dallas until I see what those bigs in place look like, if we ever see it. Mm-hmm. But to answer your question, I think the Celtics can absolutely do it because they've done it before. They know what it takes, and they have the right pieces in place.
And that's how I'm seeing it. I like the Celtics. I like the way they play defense when they need to play the defense. They got good role players that really help them. So you got to definitely keep that in the parlay. They right in there. Now I know, we all know Cleveland is the best team in the NBA, period, right? As far as the record. But they only one game ahead of the Thunder.
Yep.
But Cleveland, we got to worry about the postseason.
Yep.
They haven't fared too well the past 2 postseasons in Cleveland. They haven't. They win the first round, lose the second. Donovan Mitchell's first year, they didn't get out the first round. Last year they won the first round and then they lost in the second round. I don't know. I can't take them serious until I see them get to the NBA Eastern Conference Championship game.
Same.
I can't.
To me,
all this is nice, but it's just what it is. It looks nice.
To me, they benefit from 2 things. They don't play in the strongest division, quite frankly. When you get to play the damn Bulls, quite frankly, And then here's another thing, right? Milwaukee ain't going nowhere. Milwaukee ain't going nowhere. I mean, they down. They fighting for their little playoff lives. But I'm not discounting any team with the big number 34 still running around out there. But the thing that concerns me about Cleveland, it's a big person's league, and they're small. And then the big guy that they have, he don't play big. Mobley does not play big all the time, man. He's very big, he's very skilled, but he doesn't play big. And then the power forward.
You think Allen does, though?
I think he does, but I think he's a heck. And in the playoffs, man, if you don't have big man depth, and you got this dude out here with 2 fouls in 6 minutes, you know what I'm saying? He's a bit of a hack, man. So, and there's nothing wrong with being a physical player, but you have to understand, you have to learn how to play without foul. And again, this comes from a place of bitterness because this son of a bitch loses me money all the time on parlays because he can't stay out of foul trouble. So it's just, Cleveland for me, I think they are. I think they remind me of those Bulls teams with those, just like the Knicks do, those Bulls teams where your best player is your point guard, and you're hoping everybody else falls in line. But if you take him out the game, what else do you have? I think if they fall short of the finals this year, I won't say win a championship. If they fall short of the finals, or at least a really strong Eastern Conference showing, that your Garland got to go. Garland got to go, man, because if you can't have two small guys dominating the basketball like that. I know he plays off the ball a lot, but what's more valuable to you as the Cleveland Cavaliers right now? Would you rather have Darius Garland, or would you rather have, say, I can't really give you anybody off to, like a 6'7", 6'8" defensive 3-and-D wing that makes you a more balanced team? And that's my concern with the Cavaliers right now, is that when you get into the postseason and say you're playing Boston, they can afford to switch Jaylen Brown off on one of your big guards or one of your guards and let Tatum do his thing. If you're playing, any other team in that kind of like in that vein, like you take away those guards, you got nothing else going there, man. I believe in having good guards, but they have to complement a good wings and good bigs or whatever. And I just don't believe in their bigs, man. I just don't.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Garland was in street clothes. He was in his AD mode this past Sunday.
Exactly.
So, what's going on with that? But fortunate for them, they didn't need him.
No. Like I said, it smells. They smell like those 2000 Bulls, man. Those 2008, 2009 Derrick Rose Bulls, where they run through. If you remember, like those Bulls for 2 or 3 years will run through the Eastern Conference, be the first or second seed, and then they'd run into Miami or they run into Boston, and they would double Derrick Rose, and here's Lou Aldane looking shaky out on the wing, and this is who we got to rely on. And you got, Carlos Boozer. That's who Jared Allen and Mobley remind me of. They remind me a little bit of Boozer and Noah, where it's like, do I really want to put those two dudes? Are they gonna carry me through? And I don't see it, man. I love Joakim Noah, but nah, you got to have them dudes. And those were not them dudes.
So my man J Dub said DeAndre Hunter was a good addition for the Cavs from the Hawks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good deal.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good deal.
It's definitely a good
addition.
Yeah.
You said what?
I think it's got to play. So when you add a guy like that at this point of the time in the season or whatever, he's got to find what his role is and what his place is. And will he? I mean, he was a good 3-and-D guy in Atlanta. Like, will he accept? I think he'll accept it, but will he excel in it? Of playing that, okay, I'm going to guard your best wing. I'm going to be in this corner ready to knock down threes. And am I ready to be that glue guy? Every team needs their Iguodala. Every team needs that guy, whatever, man. And I don't know. When you throw things together, I won't say throw it together. It's not like they just stumbled into it, but I don't know. It just, like I said, the Cavaliers smell like them Bulls. They smell like them Bulls, and I just can't see it right now, man.
Well, speaking of Iguodala, he got his jersey number retired.
Well deserved.
The other day. So shout out to Iguodala for that accomplishment that happened for him. Even had his former teammate out there said he wanted to be a part of the ceremony. See all this happen. So shout out to the Golden State Warriors for making that happen for him, man. I thought that was a great honor.
Product of Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's an Illinois kid, man. This actually came up. I posted something on my Instagram where it was that I think it was Tim Hardaway was asked who was best 3 Chicago guards, and he caught a lot of flack because he pushed Dwayne Wade out for himself, Derrick Rose, and Isaiah Thomas, and he's people like, and Dwayne Wade's still in his feelings about it. A lot of it's real, like it's a thing, man. Chicago guys do not include suburban Chicago guys in that conversation, and they get really, really bitter about it, man. And I won't say the downstate guys, like the Iguodala's, and to an extent, Shawn Marion. Shawn Marion was a Northwest Indiana guy, which I guess is considered the greater Chicago area, or whatever. And then even like a guy like Darius Miles, who was from downstate Illinois, East St. Louis, whatever. They really like, sometimes they're like, wait a minute, I'm kind of from the area. And Chicago is like, nope, not having it, bro. You did not play in the Chicago Public League or the Chicago Catholic League. You are not a Chicago hooper. So hopefully he doesn't really like take it like that. But boy, Wade gets in his feelings about it. But you know, man, but my family was in the city, but boy, you was playing in the suburbs. We don't want to hear it. But it's just it's the petty part about Chicago basketball that is just always going to be a part of us, man.
I know seeing that ceremony, man, it was good. I thought they really did a good job of acknowledging him and what he did and his MVP that he won for their NBA title, for that run that they definitely made for a few years with Golden State, man. So shout out to them. Klay Thomas got to be there on the bench to witness it. So, you know, one of his good buddies, you know, he acknowledged him, you know, saying if it wasn't for them, you know, he wouldn't have that opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, you know, shout out to the Golden State for doing that, man. Yeah. But like we was talking about, another game that I really like was that Cleveland game. Watching that game Saturday night, man, and two teams in their respective conference, man, going at it. You know what I'm saying, with the Grizzlies in the West and Cleveland in the East. I thought that was a good matchup, man. Thought it was going to be a good matchup. What'd you say?
I thought it was a fantastic game. You know.
Yeah.
Here's my thing about the Grizzlies, man. Is he really back? Is Ja really back, man? Like, he's back, but is he like that dude again? You know, where if you need him to go out and give you 35, is he still? And it's crazy to say this about a young guy, but is he still that dude where he can go do that for you? You know, because come playoff time, you're gonna need him to be that guy. And it just, I don't know. I've just watched a couple of games, and it just seems like he's just, I won't say passive, but they got so used to him not being there that and it's a good thing that he's learned how to incorporate himself inside the team concept. But I'm just wondering, when the time comes in the playoffs, is he going to be able to go into Kyrie mode, or is he going to be able to go into Luka mode or SGA mode and give you 35 and not blink? And I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Look, shout out to Ja. He's an Murray State alumnus.
Yes, sir.
Went to Murray State, and I remember my son and them had a tournament up there, a weekend, or almost like a camp / tournament.
Yeah.
And they got the opportunity to meet Ja while they was up there. So he was working out right before he's about to go to the draft. So shout out to him, man. He took the time out to engage with the kids, talk to the kids, take pictures with the kids. So shout out to that brother, man. And I hated to see him go through that situation where he went through with a couple of incidents of that lack of maturity, because I know he's better than that, at least from the outside looking in, what I can tell. I put some of that pressure on his father, but not being the best role model he could for him, because his father actually a little immature himself. So I'm like, damn, I can't tell the age difference between him and John. Supposedly you got 20 years more experience on this man, but you acting just like him. You're not leading and guiding your son in the way as a man of a seasoned man it should be. As a father, you're not. You're doing him a disservice. But that's a different story. But
yeah,
as far as him, you think is he all the way back? I don't know. It's hard to say. I tell you this. I think when playoff time comes, it's going to let us know for sure if he's all the way back. Because right now they could kind of, coast. They sit at a pretty decent spot right now. They sit in second in the West. You know what I'm saying? 9 games behind the Thunder. Nuggets right tied with them, but guess what? It's like a 8-game difference between second and 10th place.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I watched that Lakers game. The Nuggets look bad, bro. The Nuggets did not look good at all. And like I said, it bothered me for a couple of reasons. I talked about this earlier in the show. The hard-headedness of Mike Malone to keep having that man Jokic at that damn free throw line. I said, look, man, like they have clearly figured this shit out. And it pains me to say because I'm a Chicago guy. I don't like to give LeBron his flowers because I don't like having that debate. But LeBron neutralized that man at the free throw line. They only playing with Jackson Hayes. He's really the only big they got. So they had what they had. They were pinching him. They were fronting him and pinching him in the back. And they were basically putting him in a situation which made him immobile. They were taking him out of the high post or whatever, so he couldn't do no pick and roll. He couldn't turn and face and drive. He was certainly wasn't going to do that shit on LeBron. So I got to give LeBron his flowers because he was guarding a guy that's almost 70 pounds heavier than him, 4 or 5 inches taller than him. He took him out the game. He absolutely took him out the game. And Mike Malone, the Nuggets coach, I'm just sitting there like, bruh, and like, stop running this shit. He clearly, I think he had 7 turnovers. 7 turnovers in the game. It's like at a certain point, you have to say, you know what? They figured this out. I'm not running this shit anymore. Which is crazy to me. And like, because on the other hand, they were down, I think, at one point 20. They were able to make it close. They switched to a zone to keep LeBron and Luka from slashing. But they were shooting over it eventually, but they did slow them down. But I did not expect to see that in that Lakers game. It was a good coached game by Reddit. He coached that game really well from a tactical standpoint. And a lot of people now, what I would say, don't fall in love with fool's gold though. Because even though the Nuggets were on a 9-game winning streak, so they've been playing good basketball, but I was like, don't find fool's gold with that Laker thing yet. Until I can see them protect that rim consistently and rebound, I ain't sold on the Lakers, man. I'm not sold on them.
Yeah, I don't see him win another NBA title for a while. Let me say this. I don't see LeBron. I don't see LeBron.
Yeah.
The NBA title for a while. I know they grabbed Luka, and that's a nice addition. But you asking a lot from a 40-plus-year-old man to do what you got to do to obtain it and still, play another 20-something games in order to make it to the NBA final. That's a lot to ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. I know this debate has been raging on for a couple of weeks about the trade, and I don't think there was a winner or loser. I think it worked for both teams, kind of like short term. I think where it works. Well, I'll take that back. It works for Dallas short term. I think it works long term for the Lakers. But I got shouted down from the heavens because I was trying to make people understand this is not NBA 2K. These are human beings with habits and issues and problems and tendencies. And I don't know if LA is the right place for Luka to be. That man do not like to work out. He likes his alcohol. He likes his nightlife. And boy, LA is a place you want to be if you like the nightlife. So he a hooper. He's a gamer. He is going to bust your ass. But you know what? Luka and Jokic both have what I like to they got that Paul Pierce problem. And I used to always feel this about Paul Pierce. If Paul Pierce would have ever got his ass into a weight room, if he would have ever had a consistent workout regimen, Paul Pierce would have been like one notch below Kobe because of his skill level. And I sat and I watched this. Is when it was driving me crazy when I was watching the Nuggets play the Lakers. It's like both of them. It's like, bro, if y'all would just put the damn alcohol down and lose 10, 15 pounds, get some muscle tone going, these dudes would be like, I know they all world right now, they would be generationally good. We wouldn't even be doubting talking. We'd be having conversations about Jokic, Kareem, and Olajuwon, you know? And how long are they going to be able to play at this level when you don't take care of your body? And I don't know if Luka is in the right situation and in the right place for people to encourage him to take care of his body. Now, he's got a great person with LeBron who clearly takes care of his body. Now, hopefully that will rub off on him. But it just, I don't know, man. Like I see Paul Pierce when I see Luka. And I don't mean I don't mean by the basketball capability. I mean, I'm a great basketball player, but I don't take care of my body. And it just scares the hell out of me.
Yeah. That definitely makes a difference, man. The importance you got to do, you know what I'm saying? It's all season. It's not really no off season.
Yeah.
You can't really think you can get away with that, especially for the position that he plays. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Jokic, he can get away with it because, you know, he could be big and dad bod and all that good stuff. He can get away with it. Now, you know, it might wear on his health over the period of time with his knees and all of that. But as far as right now, he can get away with it. Now, Luka, you can't, man, because you're going against some guys that you know, there's going to be faster. You got at least halfway try to stay in front of them, and you can't.
He doesn't. He don't play no damn defense. He don't play no damn defense.
Yeah. You just out there. You like, hell, I'm going to rest up on defense because I ain't putting no pressure on nobody.
Yeah.
It's not in my DNA. So, you know, and there's certain things you're gonna lose your athleticism to you know, as you get older and get a little more years up under your belt, man. Are you still gonna be able to go? You know, is your weight gonna allow your knees to stand up to that pressure shooting that jumper? Because you're not going to the basket as you get older like that. You not normally. You know, unless you LeBron, and you know, that's a different animal. But Luka, I don't see you doing that. You're gonna be setting for a jumper. So are you gonna be playing one night a week in the next 5 years, though? Because you can't handle, you know, the ups and downs and aches and pains that the game's gonna bring to you, man. I don't know. We'll see.
Prime example of that is your boy in Philly. Look at that. They talking about him possibly retiring, man. And B, it knee is bad, the feet is bad, he overweight. They done paid him a quarter, I think more than $250 million. $250 million, and he can't get on the damn floor.
Hey, if he came in like that, he came into the league like that, he came out of college like that.
You're right.
So, man, I talked to somebody about this, man, and I think I even said on the show one time, I don't even think it's Embiid's team no more. That team belongs to Tyrese Maxey.
Yes,
it's Tyrese Maxey team.
Yep.
I think it was on Ian's show. I was talking about that. I don't think it's his team no more. I think his team belongs to Tyrese Maxey. Now, of course, Tyrese Maxey got some health problems right now, but he'll be back. But I think Embiid's done, man. I mean, the man's averaged about 45 to 50 games a year. That's not gonna cut it.
Right. And this is
you can't pay him that much money, and that's all he's giving you.
And this is
Can't
what
do
I
that.
was trying to make people understand. We're in a different, we're in a different world now where you got these NBA executives looking around the league and saying, okay, I don't have to have a top 5 player, but if I got a top 10, a top 20, and a good supporting cast, I don't have to pay someone to give them a max contract. I don't have to do that. You look at SGA, quite frankly, there's no one else on that team that's going to make max contract money anytime soon. Maybe Chet, maybe, So teams are looking now and they say, okay, if I'm going to invest what is now easily over $250 million into my number one player, he's got to be able to answer the damn bell. He's got to be able to answer the bell at least. And when Dallas looked at his lifestyle and they looked at his habits, I think they said, I don't know if this is a good investment. And yes, they caught hell for it. But like I'm saying, if it turns out in the next 3, 4, 5 years that Luka is a good but not great player, and they can't find anyone to surround him with and maintain, your number one player will always be the setting of your culture, right? Everybody on the 90s Bulls got into the gym to start lifting weights because Mike got into the gym and started lifting weights. When you go down to Miami in that Heat culture, everyone down there was in shape because LeBron was in shape. If your number one guy is drinking beer in the locker room after game, what incentive do you have as a supporting cast or a sport role player? To what standard are you living up to? And teams are paying attention to it now because the money is over $250 million guaranteed. And you look at New Orleans with Zion. They don't know what the hell they got with him down there. Look at Philly, Hell, look at the Clippers, man. They invested all this money in Kawhi. He break down every week. So I think going forward in the NBA, if they're going to give you this money, they have to make sure that you are taking care of your body and you set a good team culture. And Luka, I don't know. I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, in the long run, do I think the Lakers got the better deal? Yeah. I think it'd even be a better deal if Luka could take on some of the work ethic of what LeBron has been doing for years. Take care of yourself, and if some of that good mojo could rub off him, man, I think it'd be good. Now, unfortunately, it didn't rub off on AD. Because my man, he stay in street clothes. My man Chuck gave me that nickname, boy. I couldn't do but laugh every time I think about it.
I think I told you this before. I'm on a speaking. I have a relationship with a family member of his here, man, and boy, he get into his feelings on that damn social media when we start fucking around talking about street clothes. He gets upset, but damn it. And here's the thing, right? I was talking to my son about this because, my son is working on his game right now. And, I told him, I was like, a big part of this is going to be how you take care of your body. Don't run away from that weight room. And I don't know if you notice now, and I'm pretty sure you do, when I watch NBA games now, man, guys do not look like they go hit this damn weight room like they did 10, 15 years ago. Now, I know the league has changed. It's a speed league. You have to be quick. But how do you, as a professional basketball player, look at LeBron, look at Giannis, and say, I'm good. I don't want to lift no weights. How do you look at that? How do you look at that and decide that's not a good idea?
I don't know what to tell you, man. But I think that's the model some of them has adopted, and I don't think it's going to be successful for them. Not for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all load manage.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I know,
my thing.
I know you got 82 games. You only want to play 45 of them. I understand that, but hey, that ain't gonna work either. Especially if y'all want some of these incentives and getting these max contracts when it's required for you to play so many games a year in order to get these all pros, first team all NBA or you know what I'm saying, MVPs or whatever the case may be. You got to play a certain amount of games. They got a minimum amount of games you got to be able to play. 6th man of the year, comeback player of the year, you know, rookie of the year, you know, and whatever different awards that they have. You got to play so many games. That ain't gonna cut it, man. And so if you want to be able to get that max, that super max, you got to be first team.
Yeah.
In order to be first team, you got to play a certain amount of games. So y'all guys may want to, like you said, get in that weight room, get in shape, make sure you up a top-notch ability, make sure you at your peak ability at least to be able to play the amount of games that you need to play and perform in order to get these big contracts.
I don't understand. Like, and you know what? I see it. I mean, you watch your son play high school basketball the last couple of years, man. Like, the weight room was absolutely transformative for my younger cousin that played D2. You know, like freshman year, he's 135 pounds, man. By the time he walked out of there, he was 6'2", 6'3", about 175, 180. It was transformative for him, man. You know, and it like I said, it worked with durability. It helped with versatility, as being able to guard different positions. Like, my thing is, I was watching our city championship here, and I was like, damn, it don't look like these boys even have done a push-up. Like, I don't get it. But like I said, I think maybe it's part of the culture now of not really wanting to be bulky, not wanting to, but I don't understand how you can't see how it helps you as an athlete to not be in the best possible shape you can be. I don't get it. I do not get it, man.
Me neither. Hey, but with that being said, look, unfortunately, this Wednesday will not be doing a show because my son has a playoff game. They in a conference playoff game, 6:00 on Wednesday. So what I think I may be doing, if they show it online, hopefully they will, because sometimes they give me access, sometimes they don't. Depends on the school. If they do, I'm going to go live, but I'm going to just stream the game.
Please do.
So this is the game we have. Shawnee State.
Oh yeah, heard of that.
They play on Wednesday in the conference playoff, and that's at Shawnee State. So 6 p.m. I will be going live, hopefully, and we'll be watching my son play, and hopefully they can win. We'll see. If not, the season's over with. We have to get ready for next year.
Yeah.
So that's all we can do. That's all we can do. But yeah, hopefully they win, but I will definitely be streaming it.
Good luck to the young man.
5 p.m. Central. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. And so that's what
we're
going to do,
basketball. Take care of that basketball.
You know, and you know, he does a pretty good job of that. That's not usually a problem for him of turnovers. Matter of fact, I'll read you the stats from this past Saturday he had. I mean, it wasn't too bad of a stat. He texted, "Daddy, I scored this. I said, but boy, did y'all win? No, we didn't win. I said, that's right, you didn't. I said, I don't care about how many you scored if you don't win. You know, tell me the score after how many points you scored after you won.
Yep.
I'll be willing to listen. But if you don't win, that don't mean anything to me. You know how it is. You gotta win. That's what it's all about. We don't come here just to say we showed up and do all that. We come to win. We want to win. And so you didn't win. You didn't take care of your business. But here, let me see. Let me pull up the stat line to pull up the box score. So this is what he had. He played 40 minutes. So that means he didn't get no foul trouble. Normally get in foul trouble. He play about usually between 30 to 35.
He in shape.
He ain't in foul trouble. He played 40 minutes. So he was 5 for 14. That's a surprise. Normally you don't take 14 shots, but he took 14 shots in that game. He hit 5 of them, 0 for 3 from the 3. He was 7 for 10 from the free throw line. He had 9 rebounds, 2 personal fouls, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 5 steals. He scored 17 points. So that was the stat line from this Saturday. Now, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. He did what he had to do. Now, guys, y'all heard what I said. He had 9 rebounds. He led the team in rebounds.
That's something wrong with
He's
that,
not
man.
a tall fellow.
There's not something wrong with that, brother.
He's a point guard, and he's 5'10".
Yeah.
And he
There's
leads
something
the
wrong
team
with that.
in rebounds. I'm gonna say it again. He had 9 rebounds at 5'10". We got 6'11" guys. We got 5'11" guys. 6'5" guys, 6'6" guys, 6'9" guys. We got all those guys.
That's a damn shame.
But he led the team in rebound. And 4 was offense. 4 was offense, and 5 of them was defense. Again, he had 7 assists, 2 turnovers. That's good.
Yeah.
He dropped 7 times and only had 2 turnovers in 40 minutes.
He's active, but anybody over 6'5" should be ashamed of themselves that your damn 5'10" point guard is out rebounding. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed.
That's not including the 5 steals he had.
Oh,
He had 5 steals. he's out there playing defense. He's not just just rebound the ball just to go take it. Oh, he had 5 steals, 7 assists. Look, let me tell you this: he'd rather have 1,000 assists than 1,000 points. He won't be. That's it. Everybody happy to get 1,000 points. No, he want 1,000 assists. He want to lead. He want to lead Indiana Southeast in assists.
Yep.
That's the perfect goal for anybody, a big man, because he know. Look, he gonna throw a ball down there to me. He gonna find a way to get me that goddamn ball.
Yeah.
And he probably would have had.
I don't know about you, brother, but if I'm a 6 foot and some change guard, and I got 6'5", 6'9", 6'11", and I'm out rebounds, somebody's gonna hear some shit out of my mouth, man. Somebody, I got a problem with that. Man.
And hey, you know something? Even when he makes mistakes, Ocho won't take him out. Why? Because I know that dude gonna go in there and put his nose in there and get a rebound.
Yep.
He gonna take a charge.
Yep.
He gonna take a charge. He gonna sacrifice his body. He gonna get down there and get dirty. It doesn't matter. He gonna be swiping and putting hands on the balls, creating turnovers. So he don't mind if he's not scoring. That's not his MO. He don't care. He'd rather see his teammates score than him. God damn, dude. Every once in a while you got fired up. Keep the defense honest. I'm watching him going all the way to the back. He's one of those guys that he believes in drive and kick.
Yeah.
He got all the way to, you can just throw it up and he's laying up. He said, no, I'm gonna kick it out. And then guess what? They mess up his assist because these silly guys can't hit the goddamn 3-point shot. He don't get mad. He'll tell him keep on shooting. I said, the hell with that. That wouldn't be me. I ain't gonna keep telling him keep on shooting. I gonna keep telling him keep on shooting.
Yeah, like I said, you get some Allen Iverson going in that blood because, like, you don't want to do it. I will.
Well, it's a playoff time, so we'll see. Hopefully, he already knows he needs to step up. He needs to do what he needs to do to help the team win. So whatever sacrifice he got to do, he's going to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. Yes.
He was 3 assists and 1 rebound away from getting a triple-double. Well, maybe he get it this weekend. Hopefully he get that and a win. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. But hey, I appreciate once again, man, being here on a good Monday, man, talking sports and rocking out with us again, man. I know you're trying to get back into the scene.
Yes,
and
indeed.
what better way to do it is talk about what God loves, football and basketball.
Hell yeah. Shoot, mess around. I got a little bit of baseball in me too, man. Shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
I don't talk much baseball, but if
I
I decide to start talking, I'll make sure you're up here.
I'm slightly encouraged about what my Cubs are doing right now. Slightly.
Yes, sir, man. Well, the season's right around the corner, man.
Yes, indeed.
It's right there. I mean, we got a minor league team down here in Louisville. That's a minor league team for the Cincinnati Reds. They starting up next week. Now that I think about it, I think they play the first game next week.
Low key, dark horse team to beat in the Central, man. Them Reds, that boy, that shortstop. Ooh, Jesus, he is good, man. That young man on the Reds, that young brother, he is gonna be something.
Hey, I got his jersey.
Yeah,
I seen him play. I said, I got to get that dude's jersey.
Yeah.
He played about, I think, I got to see one of his 3 games he played when he was down here in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Said, where's the dude going? He said, that dude's tough. Where he playing? He's going back to the Reds. He said, yeah. He said he won't be down here long. 3 days later, they called him up. I said, damn.
Yeah, he and the crazy thing is there's 2 of them in the division. The Pirates got a 6'7" shortstop, big boy playing shortstop. He's good too, man. It's a shortstop division, man. We got Swanson playing shortstop. He's not bad. So it's gonna come down to, are they competitive by June, and will the owners spend a little bit money to make some trades come around June? That's what it always comes to. That's what it's come down to with the Cubs for the past 4 or 5 years. Is, are they competitive by June, and will they do something about it? And we'll see.
For sure. Well, with that being said, I will catch you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed.
On Wednesday, man, we'll do it. Go live, watch my son game, and hopefully they win. With that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Right on. All right, big brother.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too.